Hi guys, so I already read this story to the class. It's called The First Christmas Tree, and it went along with an activity that you're going to do with me later today. So basically I'm going to read the story and not show you any of the pictures. That's what we did in class here. What I had the kids do was lay their head down on the desk and just listen to the story because I didn't want them to see what our little tree looked like. So I'm going to do the same thing for you guys right now. Long ago, it has been told, a tiny green shoot broke through the blanket of pine needles in a shady woodland. At last, said the new little fir, stretching upward. The grandfather tree smiled down in surprise and said kindly, "Hi there, little fellow." Other towering forest trees ignored the little fir as he bent his way this way and that, straining to catch some sunshine. Many seasons passed. The shaggy little tree waited patiently, hoping to grow strong and majestic like the trees he admired. Then one day, an eagle swooped through the highest treetops and cried in a shrill voice, "The promised one is coming! Prepare to celebrate his birth!" The announcement echoed among the woodlands, stirring up great excitement among the animals and birds. The trees rustled their branches with anticipation. A tall pine tree announced, "I'll bring him a great gift of my large pine cones." "I'll give him my finest apples," said the old apple tree. "My branches will make beautiful wreaths," said the fir. "Why is everyone so excited? What's happening?" the little fir asked the squirrels and the rabbits scurrying past him. But nobody answered him. They were just too busy. "Prepare our best," the animals called to each other as they scampered through the forest and orchard. "Search for the biggest walnuts, acorns, and seeds. Bring wild berries and grain to our storage place. Gather only the finest for our son's king." In the midst of the hurry and scurry, a furry-tailed bundle fell through the air, landing with a thud near the little tree. "Help!" whimpered the baby squirrel, but the other animals scurried past, busy with their preparations. "I'll help you," called the kind little-hearted tree. Try to climb onto my branch, but be quick, danger is near." The little tree lowered a branch to the baby squirrel, who hobbled onto it. "Shh," whispered the littlest fir tree as a fox bounded past them on the path in search for food. "Hide in my branches. You can stay as long as you'd like." He hummed a little lullaby, swaying in the breeze, and rocked the little baby squirrel to sleep. When the baby squirrel woke up later, the littlest fir tree asked, "Will you tell me who's coming?" "Oh, yes. My daddy told me that the king's son is going to be born. He's coming from heaven as a baby human." "Why is he coming?" asked the littlest fir. "To fix everything that is wrong on earth. He'll bring us love and new life. My family will give him our finest nuts." That night, the littlest tree looked up, unable to sleep. His heart leaped for joy as he thought, "The sun is coming. Is he the one who scattered the stars and painted the sunset? What gift can I give him?" The next morning, the little tree asked the cardinal, "What are you going to give the king's son?" "When the dear child is born," said the bird, "I will pluck the finest feather from my wing as a gift for him." "I wish I had something beautiful, like a beautiful red feather," thought the little tree, feeling worried. "I just don't know what to give." Cooler breezes blew through the forest when the eagle's message finally rang out. "The promised child has come at last. Bring your gifts to his place of birth." The woodland creatures and trees selected the finest of all that they could gather. Carrying their gifts, they began the happy procession to town at the bottom of the hill. The little tree felt a ripple of excitement from the tip of his tallest branch all the way down to his roots. He moved forward to join the procession. "Wait," ordered the apple tree. "Where do you think you're going?" To see the king's son," he said. The apple tree scowled. "Your branches are empty." A stately oak laden with acorns laughed at the little tree. "Don't embarrass us by coming. You don't have any gifts." The littlest fir sadly moved aside, hoping no one would notice him. He watched the birds fly towards the town and the woodland creatures descend the hill carrying pine cones, grain, nuts, fruit, berries, and dripping honeycombs. "They're right," he thought. "I am not worthy to go. I have nothing to give." While the sad little fir watched everyone leave, a whimpering sound interrupted his thoughts. He looked down and saw 2 little shivering mice. "What's wrong?" he asked them. "We were bringing our gifts to the newborn," they said, "but now we've lost our mother." He gently wrapped his branch around them. "Snuggle next to my trunk, little ones. I'll help you find her." Partway down the hill, the littlest tree saw a bluebird fluttering above the path. "Watch out for my egg," she cried. My nest slipped off the branch of the giant pine oak." "Please don't trample my egg." "Don't worry, I'll keep your egg safe," said the little tree, gently edging a branch under the nest. Relieved, the bluebird settled onto her nest, while the littlest fir slowly descended the hill, carefully balancing his branches. He couldn't help worrying about what the other trees might think when they saw him. At the bottom of the hill,
Good morning. My name is Jacob.